All right. What's yo? How y'all doing? This is we welcome the Fierce Truth Seeker, and we're back at the BAM Festival. We just got finished doing the photo shoot, and as you can see, there's a lot going on out here. A lot going on out here. Quite a bit of vendors. See, it's going all the way to Flatbush. We'll have a lot of products that they're selling. You gotta find you something to eat. Huh? Yeah, but I don't want you eating a bunch of junk food either. A lot of people out here. When we left, it wasn't quite as crowded as it is now. So we're making our way back to our table. And as you can see, a lot of arts and crafts. You know, people selling their wares. You know, and then you see we have down that way a lot of vendors too. This way. See, if you want to use the bathroom, you gotta go in there. But you know, those lines are long. You're better off walking to Whole Foods.
It's so nice to meet you.
And this is the Brooklyn Academy of Music right here. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. see anything, let me know. Got food over there. Got my bar place there. Huh? Yes, you want? Okay.
What's going on at the table?
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch the straw. You gotta put it in. Tequila lemonade, rum punch.
Yes, so again, this is the fierce truth seeker of the Red Road East, the indigenous TV program dedicated to archiving and preserving the history, legacy, and culture of the original peoples of the Americas.
Already, you can't call me that.
And here we are making our way back to our stand. Yeah, I had to go to Manhattan to a photo shoot with the big shoot for indigenous peoples. Yeah, a lady from she came from Sweden to photograph a group of us. Pretty good, man. Yeah. Yo, you look like my uncle, man. Like serious, my Uncle Noel. Tell me.
I think you was talking to Turtle Gang in them last time. You know Turtle Gang?
Yo, Turtle Gang, I had him on my show.
Yeah, so I think y'all was talking.
Yeah, one time we were over here. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I was right here. That's how I remember. I thought it was Blue and them, but maybe they was all in there. But I remember Turtle Gang.
Right. Matter of fact, that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was before COVID.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Oh, you was there?
Was recording Red and Blue right here, and they was eating my popcorn on the camera while they was talking.
Yeah.
An interview about Polite at that time. It was something about.
Oh yeah, right. I remember that. Yep.
That was good. So people came out like, was outside or inside?
It was outside. Yeah, this is up on 26th Street and 5th Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's I keep forgetting. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, in Manhattan. We in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn. The boroughs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you had to get on the train. The ticket. I got on the 6th train. No, the 4 train to the 6th train.
Okay.
And then
I was in Bronx at the time. I think I took the 4 train all the way down. One of the 6 and one of the 2.
Yeah, the Bronx. Both of them trains go out to the Bronx. Yeah. I'm in the Bronx.
Oh, you're in the Bronx? Okay.
Yeah.
I was out there a few times with Blue. When Red and shot their video, they shot some of it out there. One of their music videos with the brother. He lived out on the video camera.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good experience. It was a nice good experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's business going so far today?
It's going a little about. I guess before. I think I'm gonna walk through the crowd with one of the boys and just
Okay. Yeah, shit, I ain't sell nothing yet.
It's like
And I don't think this is yesterday. Got out here late. I only sold 4 things.
right.
Yeah.
It's
So it's
always a hit or miss, but
it's a hit or miss, you know. Yeah, that's what I was telling the sister right here. I was like, sometimes it's just about the exchange of energy, you know, and network, you know. Because a lot of people who may not be able to buy anything from hear from you right now, they'll buy later. Or a lot of them are going to be at the African Street Festival. You ever do that? You ever do that? The African Street Festival? That's out here in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Yeah. The international. They renamed it. It used to be called the African Street Festival. Then they renamed it to the International African Arts Festival.
Okay, now when is the one that's on the Parkway? When is that? I know
that's the Labor Day Parade, the
right.
Caribbean Day Parade.
I was out there with Blueville and the other brother. He lived right there on that joint.
Oh, yeah, that's Labor Day weekend.
That's September now, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the green.
Oh, okay. Wow. And that's Shaka Zulu? Yeah, Shaka Zulu. I need to talk to him. Because he had a video with me and my sheikh some years ago. I never got a copy of that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I need it. It's good when you build up your portfolio. Anytime you get somebody recording, you get a copy of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they call it. You can mine. You can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yeah.
Telling your own story, documenting your own.
Exactly. It's all part of your portfolio.
Your own story.
Yeah, so I'll let you know when you can see this here, then you could, have that in your archive too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get all your information. You gonna be here tomorrow too?
Nah, I won't be here tomorrow. Yeah, get it from today. Yeah.
I think we took it with your phone.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Before we leave, give me your information.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Okay. See what Shaka. Oh, sorry.
No. We out here with
Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
Peace.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, about maybe 6 years ago, we were up in Mount Vernon with my Sheikh Sufi.
Yes.
And you did
at the bookstore. Yeah.
Right. You did a video, and you had all of us in there. I was trying to get a copy of it from you, but I didn't have your misplaced your contact information. You still have that video?
I'm not sure. I might, but take my number.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were out here yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw you. I was wondering if it was you though. You got the salt and pepper now, but I was like, I wasn't sure it was you. I was like, maybe that's him. You were like right over there.
Yeah.
That was you. Yeah.
I was over there for a minute. I was hanging out by the drums.
Cause a lot out of here, you got a lot of people who look alike, So sometimes, you don't want to just run up to nobody and
Our times are very close out here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't want to run up to anybody and be like, hey, who the hell are you? I don't know you. Oh, okay. This is live right now.
Oh, okay.
But I'll write it on here.
I got the card.
Oh, you got your cards. Good. You still doing your products and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, you want to?
I have a book out right now.
I'm live right now. You want to?
Sure.
Okay, you're getting the sun just a little bit. So we have right now, this is a legendary brother here by the name of Shaka Zulu. He is a martial artist, one of the best martial artists on the planet. And he is also into herbology, natural healing. You can tell it better than I can.
Peace, Hotep, Islam family, Dr. Shaka Zulu, also known as Brother Tariq to the community. And I'm here as natural health hero, serving the uplifting the fallen humanity by health and wellness, because health is our and As a martial artist, I take health very, very serious because we all know that there's a disparity in health at our time. So myself, along with the African Holistic Health Chapter around here, Sister Shai doing the Grandmaster.
Shai. Okay.
Sister Shai doing reflexology.
Nice.
Also with the African Holistic Chapter, wonderful holistic modalities that we serve the community. One of them, and I'm very honored to be amongst that group. I do community acupuncture. I'm a liberation theologist, and our thing is about holistic health for the peoples, by the peoples, by any means necessary. So I have a community holistic health practice that integrates Eastern and Western medicine or modality, particularly massage, acupuncture, acupressure. We specialize in non-needle acupuncture because we have a lot of folks that are actually scared of needles. So we give them acupressure techniques, and there's a whole lot of other things that we can do. We also serve the community with. I have a new book that's out that's called Natural Herbs for the People. And you can pick up that book by going to our website at naturalhealthhero.com. Again, that's naturalhealthhero.com. Anybody can always email me, naturalhealthhero@786@gmail.com. Also 347-391-9685 is the number to get your holistic health consultations and book your sessions with us.
786, yeah.
786.
You know the science.
Bismillah. That's right. Anything and everything that I do, we put the name of Bismillah in front of it because we are the medicine. What your ancient forefathers were, we still are today. So we know we're not talking about the niggas, we're not talking about the Negroes, we're talking about resurrecting ourselves as the kings and queens, the mothers and fathers of all civilization, the divine. It's time for the Moors to stand back up. Islam.
Islam. Yeah, brother. You have any copies of your book on you?
Not on me right now.
Okay, but yeah, they got your information
Yes.
where they can get it. Yeah.
Make sure to go to that website. I need the love. I need the support.
Okay.
Also, we just opened up a community clinic right here in Harlem. Okay, so we're looking for the love and the people. Don't talk about it. Let's be about it.
Be about it.
That's right. So we have a thing there. You can book your appointment at naturalhealthhero.com. Our location is in Harlem on 118th Street and Adam Clay Farm Boulevard. All right, so let's go. 347-391-9685. Peace.
Yeah. Us. Beautiful, man.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
my brother.
So I'm gonna be in touch. And
Yes,
if
please do.
you got a copy of that video, please, my brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna start searching for that. Just
Okay.
remind me.
Okay.
So I can start digging some stuff up.
Yeah.
Because that's like about maybe like 4 years now.
Or more.
Or
Yeah.
more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I lost your call. I was like, damn, I wish I could get in contact with Shaka Zulu. I've been trying for years. I even called Sheikh Sufi. He didn't even have it. That video.
He's in Africa right now, right?
Yeah, he was in Senegal. He had come back. He'd been back and forth. I think now he's here, but he's getting ready to go back to Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Sheikh Sufi is all over the world, man.
Yeah,
You can't pin him down nowhere.
That's I love it. That's what we do.
That's what we do, travelers.
We keep the beat going on.
That's it.
And we keep the Bismillah and the beats going on.
Yeah.
As we go, as the world turns, we traveling with our beats and our beads. You know what I'm saying? Say beats
Oh,
by
sugar.
grace, beats by Allah.
Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, bismillah, 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 bismillah.
They don't know nothing about that. That's
They have to,
that.
they feel it. They
Yeah.
feel the energy.
Yeah.
Because what we're dealing with is the opening up the sound vortexes of your whole body, activating all of the chakras. When I say la ilaha illallah, I'm not just going with my tongue.
You're not just going with dogma, religious dogma.
No, not at all. We're actually going with information that has been transformative into affirmation. So when we say la ilaha illallah, that's basically dealing with the energies of the sounds that's opening up all of the 7 chakras of the whole body.
Say it again.
All right. I mean, that's the circle 7 right there in itself.
There you go. There you
but,
go.
You know, a lot of people, they're too scared to even talk about that or even be.
Right.
This is why they try to kill Noble Drew Ali, because it was the greatest conspiracy trying to wake up super giants, supermen, and superheroes and sheroes and tell them that you're not Negroes.
There you go.
Okay? And so he had to pay for that ultimately.
Yeah.
And the game is the same, brothers and sisters. It's just the names and the faces change.
Name and faces change. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Yo, good to see you, my brother.
Salute to you, brother.
Okay.
And salute to everybody that's listening out there. Keep up the good work. Stay connected. Stay empowered. Peace.
Peace. Oh, let me take a look at what they're doing here. Yeah, you give a brief explanation of what they're doing here.
She's doing a systematic technique that is known as reflexology. A lot of folks think when they talk about reflexology that it comes from Asia or China. However, the ancient Egyptians, we were practicing reflexology 5,000 years before any Asiatic was on the earth. We are the mothers and fathers of Asians, okay? However, reflexology comes from us. So what she's doing there is stimulating the whole entire body, because in the science of reflexology, we believe that the feet are micro systems to the whole macro system. Just as the hands and the feet, but a lot of folks don't even realize that the ears are also included in that reflexology system. All right? So she's balancing out the whole body right here. Looks like she's dealing with the all of the toes are representative of the sinuses. And so, right now we're going through a seasonal shifting right now of summer, from spring transitioning into summer. And if you're in New York or on the East Coast, you also realize and witnessing that winter is still wrestling.
Yes.
Spring and summer.
Yes.
Okay. So there's got a lot of seasonal shifting going on right now. A lot of pollination up in the air, so a lot of people are under attack of allergies. And
It's
so
true.
forth.
Even myself.
So this is excellent to flush the lymphatic system, flush the sinuses, and also enhance the immune system with reflexology.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, brother.
Yes,
Peace. All right. Yeah. See the good brother Shaka Zulu. Haven't seen him in a while. Fellow warrior. Yeah. Oh, you got your food. Yeah. Hey. Hey, good brother. You all right? Allergies?
Why my eyes away?
Nah, you look kind of drained. Yeah.
Probably didn't get much sleep last night. No, it's just, sitting in the sun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
It's
feel you.
charging me up, but
Yeah.
I want to relax.
Yeah.
That sun have a way of like sucking, some
No,
kind
it's like charging you up.
Oh, hey. You look very regal. I mean, hey, man, look at the moccasins, man. I mean, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We're good. We're a little sleepy, but
And oh, man, you are hooked up, man. You really, man. Let me get it in the sun so they can really see what's going on here. Wow. Yeah. And give him your name.
Quiet fire.
Quiet Fire. Yeah. Wow. And the choker is beautiful. You made the choker?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Man. Hold that neck up a little bit. You do good work. You do really good work. Wow. Yeah. And what's your nation?
They say Cherokee from the South.
Nice. Beautiful.
My mom's mother.
Mom's mother. Wow. Full blood. Wow. That's the earrings too, man. Wow, you made that too? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Glad you just came out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not selling today.
You're not selling today? What? Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
I have shoes and boots.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So were you able to find mine? You said you were gonna look for the moccasins from. Okay. Don't have my size yet. Okay. Whenever you're ready, just let me know when you get them. And you got a sale. Yeah. Glad you can come out though, at least. Yeah.
I
Wow.
started to bring the shoes and I was like, no. And I was like, yeah.
Mhm.
So I said, I'll respond.
Hey, if anything, you stand next, chill out with the Indian, Yeah. Y'all look like siblings, Let me see. Let me get you from this way. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I ain't gonna bother you no more. Yeah. remember my wife, right? This is Giselle, my friend Giselle. She usually sets up with us out here.
Yeah. Sure. Look wonderful. Okay, I'll get a picture of them.
Okay, well, you're on live on yeah, even better. Then get your camera. I can't switch this
Okay.
unless you want to take it with yours. Oh, you got is yours charged?
Yeah. Should be. Okay.
Got an A locked in.
Okay, that's ready. Ready.
Sunday shop.
I just, man, we went through so many changes this morning trying to figure out what to put on. Yeah, we like that. Like my mom used to say, boy, come on out of there, Right? That boy just like you.
Let me get one too.
Okay.
All three of us being here.
Okay.
Can you get us next to the Indian?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, definitely. That Indian,
Oh yeah.
he got a big ego, Yeah, he loved to pose for a photo shoot. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Territory.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Band and everything.
Oh yeah. That's true.
It's stolen, yeah.
Right.
Beautiful.
Hold on, take pictures.
She's a professional photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I take pictures, I'm like this. And I tell people, oh, just say formal.
3 of you.
Okay.
Oh. Get in there, people. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Come on, don't go. Wow, that Indian, he's a ham, He loves to pose for pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna
Yeah.
send me a copy of that.
Okay. We'll do. Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, you look real nice. I love those colors. We got on the same color. Damn, I just turned this way and I'm like, damn, who's that?
He gets me every time. He gets me every time, man. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, I gotta be here. I gotta try to make some money. Okay.
I got my phone.
Okay, let me give you some money. Do me a favor, Dad. Can you hold this and just hold it right here to my finger rock?
Okay,
Right here.
okay.
Just don't press this.
Okay.
And just pan the crowd.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, bro. Yeah. Okay. beautiful and camera shy. Such a pretty face. Yeah. Nice. Mm.
Don't he remind you of Uncle Noel a little bit?
Hey man, God damn it! I was gonna tell you that earlier. I was gonna tell you that earlier, man. Yeah, and something happened where it slipped my mind. He looked just like Noel. Yeah. Damn, boy. I was getting ready to tell you that.
He's just a bit darker.
A little bit.
A little bit darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaka Zulu, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he really does. I was going to tell you that earlier. Absolutely.
Same type of demeanor, too.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, a lot of pepper sprays. But see, the poetry is not, we need to be front and center to move stuff like that.
Right.
You see? Yeah. Because when they're passing by, they spot it and they're,
Yeah. Kind of how it was earlier when you and the other guy were reciting.
yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what we'll do next time is we'll have a whole cipher out here.
Yeah. Man, that was something else. Yeah, boy. That brother looked just like that guy on
Bob Beats. Bob Beats.
Yeah, looked just like that brother, man.
Yeah, but I saw him. His face looks so familiar.
I know.
Yeah.
I was saying to myself, I said, where I know this brother from, you know? And it came to me. Yeah. India got a nice side profile too.
Yeah.
Very distinguished, you know.
Oh yeah.
There she is. Billy came through, man.
Yeah, it's good to see him.
Yeah. Okay. Leave it on. Yeah.
How you doing? Want a tangerine?
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, right.
big. Wow, that's a big motherfucker, man. Yeah, wow. Big motherfucker. You want to talk a lot? You with some people? Oh, man. We got them. Yeah.
To the fountains of water. Let me lead me to the fountains of
Yeah,
water.
they kept on. That's good. There we go. Yeah. And start walking down that way. But it was cool. Yeah. And me and that brother started talking. And we started keeping it real. How we like it. He came through.
Yeah, so you told me yesterday that he was
He didn't come around. Okay. How long ago was that? That was a couple of hours ago. Yeah. That's like, okay. So we had to get a look. Yeah. Told him I was coming back. Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
All right. Exactly what I was getting ready to do. Yeah. Oh, it is so long. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this is from
Oh, okay. Just throw it in here. Just take this out. Okay. We don't need this to be. No, we don't.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. It's that bougie stuff. Look at this. Drink this with a champagne glass.
Sparkling water.
No, it's not sparkling.
Yeah, it's water, right?
Yeah, aquaponics, so it comes from that, the same glass, so it's maintaining its mineral content. The minerals are still alive.
Glass solid.
Another brand that I was telling you about,
I got to get some of that.
Artesian, the other one called
Oh,
Artesian.
Jesus. Yeah.
But like you said, y'all go to the springs, y'all can just go to the springs and grab this.
Right, yeah, in Arkansas, you know where the springs are. I do. Yeah.
What about the one that's upstate, like close to,
Okay.
there's plenty of them up there. Like, like going towards the Niagara Falls.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because shoot, my wife, she was drinking that artesian water and shoot, man. She had an issue with her thyroid. Next thing you know, that shit started getting better, man.
Flush these out.
Yeah.
Because it's going, the body gonna say, all right, boom. You can't do two things at once, I tell people. So it's like the bad habit of eating food and drinking at the same time. So when you're trying to heal yourself with the water, that's the best thing to kind of do it with, because the fruits and the vegetables is like, they don't really got that much mineral content. So you just like, your body just going to try to break all that stuff down in the cells. It's just difficult because there's no mineral content in there. The cell can't really, it's like you got us working, bro, but we ain't giving us nothing.
Right, no instruction.
And so it's the same process that's going on inside our bodies in this reality.
Yeah.
Like we laboring, but we ain't getting it. We ain't getting no substance out of it.
That's right. Right.
Sister.
Went out there, okay, pop them off. Pop them off. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna just go through them. Right there, that's a different story. But that's how I do when I used to right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just I'm seeing you and I go out. Right. You see that me and Tony came out there to see you. Yeah. Tony was very impressed.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I got my fruit right here too. Yeah. Yeah, man. No more? Nah, I'm good. That's what's happening with me right now. Me too. Ain't no water. Ain't no water. You know. Yeah. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate that. Really do. Oh, it's okay. I'll find some water from somewhere. Yeah. Big time. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
I got. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you got to come to Scotland. Switch positions.
True.
You ready to do anything to go like.
Right.
I wish I fucking would.
You know. What you get? Okay. Can I get that water? You know what? Don't sit on that because it don't belong to us. I don't want nobody talking shit. Thank you. All right, let's see who we got in the chat here. Got. Can you see this? My eyes.
Says chill. The it looks like okay. It's clearing again. So something went wrong. Tap to retry. The word it went away.
Okay.
Okay, I see G and D says peace.
Who? Say that again.
It looks like J, G, and D says peace. If I got the G3, D says peace. Sorry if I'm seeing that wrong. Chill well 2050, much love, bro. And I can't
Just
understand
give
the
me the
symbol.
names. Okay. So we got Chill Will. Chill Will or Still Will? Chill Will. And G, what'd you say? I can't see. You said G something?
J, G, D.
JGD. Don't touch it. JGD. Okay, much love and respect to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah. Yeah, real positive vibes. You know, a lot of people out here. Yeah. No, we got some drumming going on down there. I guess they're practicing for what they're getting ready to do. They're probably getting ready to perform on the inside, so they're probably practicing getting ready. Wow, nice. We should still keep them on the table. You don't want your table to be bare.
I gotta sell them.
You know what I'm saying? You take out what you got in the suitcase, put them on the table.
Ain't no more.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 50.
Okay. Yeah. Can't sell what you ain't got.
Good investment, man.
Yeah.
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 Thinking that would be a winner.
Yeah.
I want to get some stuff you got in the street.
You leaving?
Huh?
You leaving?
No, I'm coming back.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna try to make a few sales before we go out. We hadn't really made any money yet, so we're gonna come back as I get out and talk to a couple of people. All right, so we will be back. Oh, hey. I get you on my show right quick.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a beautiful sister all the way from the UK.
hello, hello, hello.
Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Jenny Fly. I have a market stall over here. I sell t-shirts that say Blacknificent. I sell t-shirts with Biggie on. And, just all around, beautiful things for this beautiful day. The site is theblacknificent.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and I saw you were checking out my stuff at the table there.
That's
You were talking
right.
about the Aboriginal history here. What do you know?
Yes.
What do you know about that?
What I know is that the Aboriginal history here is that Black people were already here. They were already here. Nobody came from Africa. If they did, it wasn't the 13 million they said it was, which is absolutely impossible. First of all, how did they build the boats? And how did they transport all those people over? It just makes no sense. There's evidence, there's descriptions, there's paintings, drawings of black Aboriginals that were already in America when everyone came. Those were the people that they saw. They described them as looking like Ethiopians, but a bit different. And we know that all these explorers that came from the 1500s, Zing Chi came and he said that the inhabitants were black.
Yeah, Shanghai. Yeah.
Shanghai. So we know that the story they're telling you is a lie. They just don't want you to know who you are. They want you to be the lost tribe, but you're not the lost tribe. And
Yeah.
they're probably doing that because they don't want to give out any money. If they do, they're going to have to admit that, oh, we stole your land.
Exactly.
You were already here. So really, truly, the problem is that Black Americans are prisoners of war on their own land. And, hopefully, you're on this YouTube and you're learning more about your history every day because they definitely want to keep it from you. But if you just sit back and, open your eyes, you realize that it's so obvious that we were already here.
Yeah.
It's just so obvious. There's no denial. We're not really like Africans when you do meet their heads come over here. We're just different. We dress differently. I'm from the Caribbean, which is also part of the Americas.
Yeah.
But it's just different cultures. Just because people are black in Africa doesn't mean that, we're all from there. We were everywhere on the whole planet. The first Aborigines was Australia. All the Polynesian islands, they're all like brown people with blonde hair. So we were the first people in Dublin, in Ireland. The Dublin stands for the land of the blacks. That's why a lot of black people are called Douglas and
Right.
Dougie, and we're the first inhabitants of the UK, United Kingdom. We ruled Europe. We were the Holy Roman Empire. We were everywhere. We were Louis XIV. We were King James. We were everyone. The Stuarts.
Right.
All
Right.
in the name.
That's it.
So just always, you don't have to. They tell you that your name's from your white slave master. No, if you like MacDonald, it's because you were from Scotland. Mary Queen of Scots was black. You can read all the books. They describe exactly with the people in the court what they looked like. Secret Services of John. What's his name? The Secret Services of John. He was basically a spy in the courts in the 1500s, and he described everyone, their stature, their coloring, what they looked like, and most of them were black. And he had no reason to lie. Back then, nobody had a reason to lie. They just told you exactly what they saw. Lies kind of came in the 1800s. Abraham Lincoln was black.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. He was a Melungeon. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's totally just been bamboozled.
Yeah.
And you should never get your history from your enemies. That's just rule number one.
That's right.
Follow that rule, and you'll live a prosperous life.
Oh yeah. Well, I thank you for sharing
Word
what you
up.
know. Yeah. And I hope you are able to do pretty good today.
Yeah, man. It's been a nice day. We're here at South Africa.
Yeah. This is one of your T-shirts here, right?
Yeah, so I made this with the photographer Barrett Claiborne.
Okay.
He took an iconic photo of the Taurus BIG in
Wow.
1997 with the crown. We always thought that Biggie, came across like a big noble king.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
this became the iconic photo, the iconic image that's synonymous with hip hop and the movement and the culture.
Nice.
Yeah, it's also available on the website, theblackmagnificent.com.
Theblacknificent.com. Okay, great, great. So for those in TV and YouTube land, so if they go there, they'll be able to get all of the stuff that you're selling there.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Hey, brother. Yeah, yeah. This I have a YouTube channel on YouTube. Actually, it's a TV show and it's also a YouTube channel. It's called The Red Road, and I have another TV show as well. But right now, I'm doing it for the Red Road East, which is an indigenous TV program dedicated. Oh, okay. So what's your name? Let me get. Oh, okay. All right.
Because I'm bringing my rest of my line tomorrow.
Oh, I won't be out here tomorrow, but what I could do is take your information. I do.
I'll show you what I have. I'll show
Okay.
you a couple of what I have, and let me just wash my face.
Sure. Okay. Hey, how you doing? You're back, huh? I remember you from yesterday.
Yeah. In fact, I did want to ask you something, but you were in a conversation. I was curious about this because I know just a little about him. I know about his.
Oh, okay.
I know about the library.
Right.
But,
There it's in Harlem
yeah.
on 135th Street
Right.
and Malcolm X Boulevard.
Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Did he really live 114 years? That's what those dates were saying.
1824 to 1938. I'm not sure what. Let me see. What year did Schomburg? I have to look it up. But that's how long he
That's
was.
114 years. That's crazy. I never heard of it.
I don't know. This information came off of a website, so I copied it directly
Right.
from the
I'll
website.
have to look it up because I mean, that's very unusual for anybody.
Right, exactly. I could do a quick Google search. Matter of fact, you don't have your phone with you, right? Let me see. Yeah, I'm recording live. I'm recording live. Otherwise, I would look it up right now
I'll look it up
myself.
later. I'm just curious. But,
Yeah.
It makes me want to learn more about him. In fact, I don't think I've ever been to the library, so I should go there.
Yeah. It's a historic,
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
It's been there, for
Yeah.
a long time.
Actually, I think I was there once a long time ago, but I'll go back.
He collected the largest body of quote unquote African American, well, not even the black literature, from all over the world.
Right.
He had the largest collection.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know
So
what his background is, like where his family's from, or?
he was born in Puerto Rico. One of his parents. Let me see. I forget where they were originally
Right.
from, but I know he was born in Puerto Rico.
I'll read about him because
Yeah.
now there's a lot for me to learn. First of all, did he live to be 114?
Right, exactly.
Makes me curious to learn as much as I can about him.
Yeah, I wish I had somebody here with the phone. They can
that's
look
all
it up right quick.
Don't hurry, I'll do it later. But
Yeah.
Something to look forward to. But
Yeah.
I like that shirt you were on too. That's
Oh, thank you.
It's nice. I like the way it's like it looks as if actually.
This is Osceola,
Oh, okay.
Chief Osceola of the Seminoles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so this is like a photograph when he was, he was talking to the commander here, and he took a knife and stabbed it right into the paper that they were the document, and then just made them just crap on themselves, because he didn't take any mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to learn about him.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Those are Seminoles. Seminoles are like Florida, Georgia. Yeah.
Did you add that to my?
Yeah.
It's funny because with
the way the letters are, it fits in so nicely. It's like, wait a minute, does he really? I mean, I didn't really think so, but it makes me wonder for a second, like, hey, did someone write Mago on that engraving?
Yeah, no, that was I superimposed that over that image.
No,
Yeah.
that would be too funny.
It was all the way back then, you know.
That'd be like, wow, history is pretty strange.
Yeah, exactly.
And who knows if it was there, what it would stand for then.
True.
But,
True. Yeah. Yeah, so it's basically saying, make America great again when the indigenous people were here.
I understand. It's a different perspective.
Different interpretation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Clearly, Trump's idea of what that means is not something I agree with.
I mean, to me, I'd rather see Trump in there more so than Biden. Not so much a Biden fan. I don't care for politicians, period, because to me they're all liars.
Right.
But to me, Biden was the worst.
Really? I mean, I don't think Biden's great. I mean, I was just thinking of, he's just your standard politician. But I guess it depends how you look at it. I mean, on the one hand, one way that he's better than Trump is he's not spewing and spreading hate the way Trump did. But if you look at it from a revolutionary perspective, if having Trump in there speeds up this country getting to a revolution, then hopefully we get somewhere positive, then that would be good. But who knows, you can't count on that happening. But is that related to why you prefer Trump or just because you hate Biden?
Yeah, because see, like, I lost my job under Trump. I mean, not Trump, under Biden,
Right.
So,
Right.
not that I even voted for him in the first place,
Right.
but a lot of people thought that Biden, was going to be this hero.
No,
And I told people before he get elected, I said, think twice, before you just jump on this Biden bandwagon. The guy in office now talking about Trump, he may be bad, but the other guy coming behind him, is even worse.
Yeah.
And sure enough, as I told people, he came with, stuff with the vaccines and stuff like that. And me personally, I didn't take the vaccine, so I lost my job.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working now, but I lost my city job. I lost that.
Oh, really?
That I was on for 16 years.
Really? Was that just for like cutbacks and stuff?
No, that was because I didn't take the vaccine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Did I,
Brother Natural. Good to see you, bro.
have they changed that? Like, have they, people...
Yeah, but they did. They're allowing people to, return to their jobs. However, my position is no longer there.
What were you doing?
I was worked for the Department of Education for 16 years. I just tried to reapply, but they said that they don't have any. My position is not open.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like in a case like that, if they change the rule later that you're welcome even though you get the vaccine, it seems like they should make more of an effort to make a space for you to have your job. I mean, especially after 16 years.
Yeah.
Are you going to try again or not?
I had, probably in the summer when I have more time to go down in person and, deal with talk with somebody. Right now I'm just doing everything over the phone because I don't have the time. Because by the time I get off of work, everything is closed down. But during the summer, when I'm off, I'm definitely going to try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was, a messed up time, a lot of confusion, I mean, I was glad Biden got elected only because of how bad Trump was. I had no illusions that Biden was good. I mean, like we're saying, he's just a standard politician. I mean, there's only a few occasionally that come up who seem like they want to do something really different, like Bernie Sanders, But the thing is, even if he really sincerely wanted to do some good things, I don't know how much he'd be able to if he gets so much resistance from all the people in politics who don't want any of those changes, So it's kind of, this country is such a mess. It's like, but we did just have to do what we can
That's it.
on
That's
our
it.
own, you know. With stuff
You know,
like this.
yeah. That's what you have to do. You know. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, I'm curious, because aside from Osceola, like a lot of other Native American, is that a particular interest of yours, I guess?
Yeah, you have these around here. So here, this is the Book of Elders, and this particular book is a collection of wisdom coming from elders from different tribes, various tribes across America.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you have people talk about their oral history, their traditions, their cosmologies, and things of that nature. And basically here, this is George Catlin, who was a famous artist who went around to scores of tribes and drew their pictures, you know, and you know, archived stuff about, you know, their history and things of that nature. Some of the tribes that he came across, you know, were welcoming, and he had others that were hostile, you know.
When was that? You know, what time
In the
period?
1800s.
Yeah. I guess in that time, you never know who's going to be friendly and who's hostile.
Yeah, and this is another one by Catlin too.
Oh, yeah.
And this is talking about, you know, his life and his encounters and things of that nature.
This is very interesting.
Right. So that book is now. There's another book that came out before this called Black Indians by William Lauren Katz, and this book goes into a little bit more detail on that whole dynamic.
Yeah. Do you have Native ancestry? Do you know?
Yes,
You do.
oh, yeah, definitely.
What tribe?
On both of my parents' sides.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Arawak and also Carib on my mother's side, and also on my father's side we have Cherokee. Also, I found out there was some Mayan and Pima in there as well. When I did my DNA, I found out some, you know, some extra stuff too, based on 23andMe.
Yeah.
Because they use Mayan and Pima and as their base for the natives. You know, they're like some of the most purest samples that they were able to get. Yeah.
Carib, I guess they're from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And Arawak?
My mother's from St. Vincent.
I see.
Caribbean.
Is Arawak also from the
Yeah.
Caribbean? And your father?
Yeah, my father, he's from North America.
Right.
That's from the Caribbean.
Right, I got it. And where is his, what tribe is he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His Cherokee.
Yeah.
Also, we have some Mayan and Pima in there
Right.
as well.
Your father's side.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, I mean, I don't know, I know a little bit about Native history in this, you know, in this part of the world, but I don't usually think of any direct connection between here and South America, but just you never know. And, well, actually,
You know,
Maya's not that far south, Mexico.
Right, exactly.
And Cherokee, they're like, they were like in areas of the southeast, where the southeast states are.
Exactly. Yeah, then you gotta remember too, people travel
Yeah.
a lot, you know. Then also, what a lot of people don't know is that they also had the Native American slave trade. A lot of people don't know that as well, you know.
People that Native Americans were slaves.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. There's a whole there's books out on it. Well, you know, we have it in our oral history, but there's books out on it as well. It's like about 3 books that I know of that talks about that.
I think I've heard something about that. I mean, I think what you often hear is something like that the European tried making the native people slaves, but a lot of them died from all the diseases and stuff.
Yeah, and that is only partially true. You know, they downplay the indigenous American slave trade. Obviously, they're going to downplay something like that. You know, but when you go on the reservations and you talk to different natives on the tribes, they'll tell you, no, that's nonsense. You know, yeah, there's plenty of tribes that experience that between North America and also in the Caribbean, and they also had, you know, right here, you know, intercontinentally as well. As a matter of fact, there is I go to the the Pequots up in Connecticut. They have an annual powwow during Labor Day weekend. And when you go there, you find people there who attend that powwow who come from the Caribbean. And the reason why they come to that powwow is because their ancestors were taken into slavery into the Caribbean. So they go back because they have their oral history intact and preserved, and they remember that they were taken.
So they were Pequots. They are, and then they were taken from this.
They were enslaved up from the New England area and taken to the Caribbean. Wow. Yeah. And you see quite a few of them, coming to those powwows.
A lot of them, or most of them, mixed heritage with African, or not so much?
They didn't say that. That's not to say that it's not there.
Yeah.
In terms of phenotype, they, look like, what they would call, I guess, a Negroid phenotype, but then again, when you look at certain tribes here on the East Coast, a lot of them will tell you that even before the Africans were brought here, that they had already had this type of phenotype.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Actually, someone was telling me recently, I don't remember the details, but apparently before slavery, I don't know what years, but that there were Africans traveling to this part of the world.
Right, exactly, that too.
I don't know how many of them stayed or what the history. I'd like to learn more about that.
Under Mansa Musa, King Mansa Musa of Mali, he was a Malian Moor, and he's documented. They had this in Forbes magazine. All you have to do is when you go online, type in Forbes magazine, and they did an article, and they asked, well, who do you think the richest man that ever lived was? And people mentioned Bill Gates. They mentioned a whole bunch of people, and he said no. He said Mansa Musa from Mali, West Africa, was the richest documented person of all times, and he sent an expedition of 2,000 ships to the New World, and those ships never returned to Africa. And so it's believed that a lot of tribes, they were absorbed into a lot of the tribes, and they even say some of them were part of the people from that expedition. Like some say that the Garifuna people in St. Vincent were a part of that, as well as the Aztecs.
Right. I know a little about Garifuna because I had a girlfriend many years ago, that background. She's from
Honduras?
Well, her mother's from Honduras, her father's from Belize.
Belize, yeah, they were there. They were in both of those countries,
I don't know how much of the history she knows exactly, but I remember what she told me. She told me about that they were brought over on a slave ship, but I think that it crashed and sank, and the people escaped and never became slaves, and then were taken in by the native people.
Yeah. Now there's different stories. Now that's the most common story that was given. Then you talk to others from that tribe who say, like, because I have a book called The Black Caribs, and there's an article in there by a Garifuna man who, I guess he's a historian who contributed an article to that particular book. And he said that that was impossible for them to had been slaves because he gave like the dates. Oh, I'm sorry, take a look. Yeah, matter of fact, get out your way. He gave the dates of when slavery happened in that particular island, and it conflicted with when they came. I don't have a book in front of me to give you the exact.
Is he saying they came earlier? Maybe,
I think he said at that time there was no slavery in that island or something to that. Don't quote me exactly.
I'll look into it. I'm curious because
yeah, I have the book at home. I just can't recall all of the particulars off of my head. But in other words, what he's saying is that it was impossible for that narrative to be true. But he was saying that there's them who say that there's a possibility that they may have been a product of Mansa Musa's
Oh, okay.
expedition to the New
And
World.
do you know when he sent those ships?
That was in the 14th century.
Oh, okay, for a long time.
Right,
Long
right.
before
Because when you,
Columbus and all
they
those
say
stuff.
because when you study like their language structure and stuff like that, there's a lot of similarities.
Oh, you can
Yeah. If you need help with anything here, just let me know. This is my table. This is my father's table. My father wrote these poems, and this particular poem here is called "The Last Teardrop" because this guy here. You ever heard of Jackie Wilson? Jackie Wilson. When my father was a friend of Jackie Wilson's, because he was my father's R&B artist. He's one of the first soul singers on Capitol Records, and this guy here was a son of Jackie Wilson's who he never met his father. He grew up in foster care, and
Jackie Wilson did?
no, Jackie Wilson's son.
Oh, that's his son.
But he never met his father because he was given up for adoption by the mother.
Right.
So he grew up not knowing about his father. He didn't know anything about his father. But he spent some time in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And a lady who was a seer, or like what they call a psychic, told him that your father didn't like to not perform for too long because he always liked to be in the spotlight and he didn't want to lose his appeal. And he didn't know what to make of it because he's like, well, I never met my father. So he thought it was just a bunch of rubbish. And so what happened was Levi Stubbs from the Four Tops, Levi Stubbs from the Four Tops, and some others who, because Levi Stubbs is Jackie Wilson's cousin. So he recognized, he knew who his mother was. So he asked him, he said, where's your mother from? And blah, blah, asked him certain questions. He said, yeah, well, if you're going to be my cousin, you're going to have to know certain things. And so he said, your cousin? And so that's how he did some research on a DNA test. And he found out that Jackie Wilson was his father.
Oh, wow.
And so now he goes around doing performances now. He does Jackie Wilson songs all throughout the country.
Wow.
So me and my father were in this Last Teardrop is a documentary that's being done on Jackie Wilson's son. My father is in the documentary. I make an appearance, but I'm not talking. My father's doing the talking and stuff.
What's his name?
Bobby Wilson.
Oh, okay.
You sell the chokers?
Actually, a friend of mine made the choker. I can give you his information. I don't sell the chokers though, but I can tell you where you can get it made.
Yes, please.
Okay. You want to put?
You can put his number in my phone.
Okay.
What I mean is, can I give his number?
I have to get permission from him, but if you want to, leave your contact information, then But now there's another lady that's out here right now where she makes chokers as well. You want this one? Okay.
I need some of that.
Okay.
I mean, other chokers I can get anywhere, but
Yeah.
I can't get those everywhere.
Like you're right. And this is one another poem that he wrote on Muhammad Ali.
Do you know the differences? Do you know what method of that came from?
Yeah, Turkey.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that represent? Did you buy that or you?
Yeah, this I bought. This is Cherokee turban.
No, not the turban, the fabric.
Yeah. Well, you find the leather in a lot of different.
Did you find that or you bought it?
No, I bought it. Yeah.
I got one. They gave it to me, but I think it's the same one you have. It is.
Oh, okay.
The same one you have, and I was wondering what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This one is a turkey. I also have an eagle feather. You have to earn that.
I think you have to earn all of them.
Uh-huh.
I think you have to earn all of them.
Well, more so the eagle feather. That's the highest honor, highest indigenous honor. It's the eagle
But
feather.
I mean, I think when they give you feathers from heaven, they're all.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But this is really good because I think you're probably the only one out here with this.
Yeah. I'll be right with you, brother.
Yes.
But I am the only one out here with this. And there's other people out here, that represent the culture too. But in terms of like the information, I'm not the
People out here desecrating this culture.
Oh yeah, you know that, right?
Yes, this not. About 15 people that followed me and said that it was an accident. I'm sorry. But 15 people bumping me, that's not an accident.
Right, it's not an accident. Yeah. Wow.
They're walking in trails, they're desecrating. Harry Tubman walked in.
Right.
Busted for our nighttime.
Yeah. You're right though. A lot of people out here, they're out here for different motives. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I don't think they really should be here. They're gonna not respect us and they're capitalizing and exploiting us, but they don't have any respect.
Yeah. Right.
The Indian spirits are looking at me now. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And they got this one is on the Cherokee language. If you want to learn the Cherokee language.
It is a Hebrew language.
There's some influences, that I did.
It's a Hebrew language. And because I studied etymology and I was breaking it down, and I was just sitting down, focusing and listening, and I discovered it was a Hebrew language. That is a Hebrew language. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because they don't want to acknowledge that they are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. So they found artifacts in this country. But they found some artifacts, but they were very ancient and nobody could break down the language. Eventually somebody broke down the language and found out that they were sacred language from Native Indians. But they were on the same sacred lands in the East. So they don't want to admit that. They don't like, wow. It was the sacred, it's a sacred language. Holy people spoke connected to Yahweh or Yahweh, and ancient Polish or Adonai connected to them. They could not decipher, but eventually they were able to decipher the language. To acknowledge that those artifacts were artifacts, but ancient, really ancient. So that slavery actually was over in those sacred lands as well as us.
Yeah. What it is too is that those characters that they call Hebrew characters, they go back even further, because even the Hebrew language, when you speak the Hebrew language, then you got to say, well, what came before Hebrew?
This was one that they couldn't decipher, but then they found out that eventually somebody was able to break it down, and they realized it was the sacred Hebrew language connected to the great I am.
Yeah. So then
But
you got
they don't want to admit it.
Yeah, but then you got also those same characters, and I show them in some of the books that I have. I don't have them on me right now, but those same characters that they said are Hebrew go back even. You see those same characters in ancient Egypt,
Yes.
in the ancient Sumerian,
Okay. Like, for example, OCO in
Cherokee.
Yes.
That's hello.
Yes. But in ancient days, they called Yahweh Yo. You see?
Yeah.
You see his name in the greeting of OCO.
Yeah. Just be careful if you go on the reservation and you say this, what you're saying to me right now, they'll be ready to fight you.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't want to admit it, that they are more sacred than, because we walk everywhere.
No, because they don't in their particular oral history.
Some of them don't want to acknowledge it because they don't really know it. And I just sat down and focused in. And because I studied the etymology, I was able to break down a lot of it. And then I realized it myself, it was that it was a sacred ancient language. They don't, and I said it to some of the chiefs and some of the people, that are like over the Indian nation. They actually don't want to even realize it, and they really want to acknowledge it. But the Indian chief that I worked with
Who?
the Indian chief that I worked with knew.
Which chief is this?
He passed. Chief Citizen.
I know Chief
He
Citizen.
knew, he actually, he looked something like this color.
Yeah, I know Chief Citizen. Yeah, he passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, he actually, and they just passed away. They killed him.
Huh?
They killed him. He just didn't pass. They killed him.
Oh, really? Think they killed him?
I know they did. He was connected to the political world. He was an AC, but a lot of stuff he said they wanted him to do with it. He knew a lot. He knew a lot.
Yeah, I'm from all the stuff you're saying. I'm familiar with. I've read it. I have it in different books that I have at home. Yeah, but my whole thing is that the Judeo-Christian religion is not the oldest.
No, it's not. They don't want to admit that these are the Indians are part of the tribe. The 12 tribes. They don't want to admit it.
Yeah, they have definitely influences certain tribes. Not all of them, but certain tribes. Yeah. I know that the Tainos, I know, have a connection there because in Puerto Rico they found there was an elder in Puerto Rico who I think she was like the keeper of these sacred artifacts that had Hebrew writing on it, and she kept it preserved, and a team of she finally came out and presented this to some archaeologists, and
They couldn't decipher.
yeah, well they said it was Paleo Hebrew. Yeah, and if you go online and you look it up, just type in Hebrew writing found in Puerto Rico, and it should come up. Yeah, but she had these like in a cave, and I think she inherited it from somebody or what? It was either a priest or one of the elders, one of the native elders who had them like scrolled away in a cave.
You know what's weird? Yahweh told me to go to the reservation, but I didn't go.
Which reservation?
No, he just told me to go.
Oh, just go to any. Oh, okay.
He just told me to go. It was something I needed to know from them, and I didn't go. Because I believe when you go anywhere, you need to have money. You just can't go and live on somebody. I don't know how long it would take me
If
to
you
learn
need me, let me know right here.
what he wanted me to learn. So I actually really didn't go, but I understand why he was Yahweh himself told me to go. Yeah, that's deep. Now I'm regretting that. Because I have so many spiritual warfare battles. It was something that I needed to know from them. But I do know they know the land. They know how to fight deafness.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
They know how to heal. And they honor Mother Nature.
Yeah.
So who built, they call them, what do they call them? Heathens. Anybody that knows nature is not a heathen.
Right.
Unless, who respects Mother Nature,
Yeah.
knows it and respects it, they're not heathens.
Yeah. What they call
They know
what they call paganism or pagans. This is just people who know the
They
land,
honor the
know
land,
the
right,
earth,
right. So they want to
honor
label-
the earth.
Right, they want to label
It's not that it's not that they're savage or they don't know the Great Spirit. It's just that they're in tune with all of nature beyond the limitations of a holy book, or a religion.
No, so much worship. And they know the Great
some tribes have that particular name. I do know that. I have in certain books that I have that. Like I have a book at home. It's called History of the American Indians by a guy named James Adair. And in that he talks about certain tribes that have Hebrew influences in their customs, but it's not all of the tribes, because you got to remember, in ancient America, you had people that migrated from different parts of the world.
And they both came here together at one time.
Yeah.
They don't really want us to know that.
Yeah, we had people that came from the Pacific Islands as well.
They desecrated the sacredness of what they know. They desecrated.
And they've even found through DNA that there's an influence from the, Melanesia, those different islands in the Pacific, yeah.
Well, I mean, talking to you, and I was just reading that, which is fascinating in the beginning of this.
Oh, wow.
But, obviously, there are a lot of versions of history, some that are either just wrong or lies or whatever.
Yeah.
But, so one thing that I've heard, and I'm sure you have too, later we're talking about, is the idea that the people that we call Native Americans a long time ago walked over from Asia when you could walk across.
Yeah.
Right. And I guess DNA tests can confirm what is really true. One thing I know I experienced is I spent a lot of time out in the Southwest, and I also spent time with the Lakota tribe in South Dakota. But aside from other visual resemblances, which may mean nothing, but I noticed that I saw many Navajo people who I thought looked so much, in a very specific way, like some Tibetan people I'd met. And it doesn't prove anything, but it made me wonder.
Yeah, because in the Grand Canyon, I don't know if you know this story. In the Grand Canyon, there's a guy who worked for the Smithsonian at one time, and he went into the Grand Canyon and he discovered Egyptian temples, Buddhist temples, Hindu temples, and things of that nature in the Grand Canyon. And so he went back to the Smithsonian, who he worked for, and told them what he found. And so mysteriously, he disappeared not too long after that.
Do you know when it was about?
I think it was the 1940s. As a matter of fact, that movie, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, is based on that guy. His name is Kincaid. That's based on that particular individual, And so he just, he found all of this stuff. It's Buddhist statues, Egyptian statues, mummies. They even found a pyramid in there, and the mummies down there look just like Egyptians. And it's only recently that they started opening up that. Well, when he discovered that, they closed off the area and made it inaccessible to the public because it's dangerous to go there.
See, that's the thing. It's like, first of all, it's fascinating, but the idea of hiding it and who knows what they did to him, it's like, to me, like, learning about history or science or anything should be just sincere curiosity and interest.
I always say that.
There's all sorts of political agenda.
Yeah, because then they have to rewrite the books.
Right. So I guess whoever was in charge thought that the idea that all that stuff you mentioned could be found in the Grand Canyon didn't fit with their idea of what they want people to know.
Yeah, exactly. But, because they have in anthropology, they have two theories. The people come from two different schools of thought. The isolationists. The isolationists and the diffusionists. The isolationists say that all of these different peoples from different parts of the world were isolated from each other. Then they have the diffusionists who said no. People came from different parts of the world. Explored and migrated and traded with each other
Right.
and things of that nature.
Right.
So of course the mainstream school of thought said they go with the isolationist theory.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
I mean, in this country, and I guess in Europe in general too, the main story is about Columbus and all those second-hand murderers coming here and murdering and bringing slaves and all that. I mean, that's the main story. But the
Yeah.
idea that a whole bunch of other people from other parts of the world, Africa, Asia, wherever, were busy traveling across the oceans for maybe centuries, like that African king you mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that we don't hear about.
you don't hear about that. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, why should? I guess if you want to present Europeans as the only smart people who can make both things go around the world, that's one reason to, you know, give a story like that. If you don't want people to believe that Africans or Asians or others would be able to travel around
Right,
the world.
because the Asians came here too. You
Right.
know, as a matter of fact, they had they have their own records of coming here to this country. Matter of fact, they have a book called Fu Shang, and in that book they talk about how they called America Fu Shang, and how they had certain explorers that came here to the New World, and they also found that among certain tribes you have certain words that are Chinese, certain words that come from different Japanese languages and things of that nature. They found evidence of that.
I mean, clearly you've done a lot of reading, and that's great. I mean, to me, it'd be nice if, aside from you who've done that, or me if I get into it, or anyone else, it'd be nice if more of this was just provided to everyone. But of course, like we're saying, at least in this society and many others, there are agendas for keeping a lot of stuff hidden.
Keep a lot of stuff hidden, yeah. Because you got to remember too. Here's the thing: if that type of information is to get out, how many people would lose their jobs? Because the anthropologists have been saying these things for so long.
Right.
Then you're gonna put them out of business because it's like now you open it, they have to start doing a whole another set of research.
Right. Although on the other hand, you could say lose your job. On the other, you could say a whole bunch of new jobs because there's a lot more research to be done.
Exactly, that's true too.
So I think it's more like, I mean, whatever the details of the motivation, it's certainly, I think a lot of it has to do with closed-mindedness and keeping the status quo and keeping people believing certain things, including, a big one I think being European dominance, like, the Europeans were the smart ones who could do everything or whatever.
Right, that too. Yeah, there's a lot of different factors. Yeah.
But, it's really interesting. Even just what I was reading the first few pages of that about, I mean, to me, the little bit I know about, the history of Africans in this country who were brought as slaves, it's always been hard to imagine, like, I mean, what would that be like to be just, dragged out of your country, brought somewhere totally different, and forced in so many ways not to continue your culture, and then over generations, despite efforts of many people to maintain culture, things can get lost and also change. So I just I think like many people from what I've heard and just my own thoughts, sort of assume that whatever connection you can see in African Americans and Caribbean people is whatever was kept and maybe modified over time from Africa. But this is saying a whole different thing, that a lot of it is from native.
This particular I wrote this. It's one of my journals that I put out. Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah. So basically, what you have is that they talk about I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Okay.
And when it's
My
time-
show is called The Red Road East. If you want to check it out. Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. What it is that they talk about different African retentions and what they call African American culture. They talk about it a lot, but there's certain books that I have in my collection that also talk about another side of quote unquote African American culture, which is the indigenous part. Like certain things that are assumed to be African, sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. You
Right.
know, like tricks, like in we talk about the trickster stories that come from Africa, like the Anansi trickster stories.
Right.
They also had trickster stories here
Yeah, I know
in the
about that.
Americas, yeah, like among the Cherokees and
Right.
certain
And
tribes,
I know they talked about it when I was in
Lakotas,
South Dakota.
yeah, you know, that had trickster stories based on the spider. So,
Right.
you know, and that's just one out of many
I
examples.
can't remember. There was a word. I think maybe Iota. I think it was the word they had in Lakota for. I think Iota was the trickster part.
Right, exactly.
Uh, but and also I guess it can be a little confusing. I mean, you have to really study it, and from what I was reading that you wrote there, it's not always that clear one way or the other. Because I mean, just for example, you mentioned the native drumming from here. I mean, obviously, there's a ton of cultural connections drumming in Africa,
Yeah.
but there also is amongst native people here.
Exactly.
And so, how do you figure out, like, the people who were brought here as slaves and their tradition of drumming that's continued for African Americans here? Like, how do you figure it out? I mean, you could say maybe from both, but you don't. It's not obvious one way or the other.
Exactly, exactly. You know, unless you have, you know, a family that has kept all of that oral history,
Right.
then you know it does become hard to distinguish
Right.
which was which.
Right.
You know,
Do you have any feeling? I mean, because obviously, well, I've never done my DNA, so you never know what surprises you might find. But since my family, all of my family that I know of, prior to, since I haven't done a DNA test, I can only say what I know, is Jewish from Europe, and they came here. Like my father's family came here, I think, probably around early 1900s. My mother's family came a little earlier, probably maybe middle, late 1800s. Whatever. So all I know about my family are Jews from Europe, you know,
Okay.
and maybe because of where Jews are from originally, you might find in my DNA some Middle Eastern stuff.
yeah,
But
that wouldn't be hard to believe because you know it's right there.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so people always you know migrate. You know,
right,
you
and
go back.
also, I mean, since the Jews originate in the Middle East, the only reason why you might not assume that all Jews have some Middle Eastern DNA, even if they look pretty European like I do, is because I know there were some apparently converts, like European people who, for whatever reason, became Jews. Which to me,
Right.
given the history of Jews, is kind of crazy because, like, since the Jews have been catching so much hell ever since they existed, why the fuck would you want to convert to be a Jew? But anyway, so I don't know for sure, you know, whether my ancestors are converts. I'm going to guess that I probably have some Middle Eastern, but until I do the test, I won't know. But anyway, my point is, since as far as I know, and given my family history, it's probably unlikely that I have any native or African heritage. I'm curious, since you have both, like, do you have any feeling, or beyond what you've written and read and learned, just your own personal feeling or experience, like, on that subject of, like, how much of what we think of as African American culture, like how much is from Africa and how much is here, or do you think it's a mixture of a lot of both? Or?
Yeah, I feel based on my research that it is a mixture of both, you know. But at the same time, genealogy is something personal. We all don't have the same story,
Right.
you know. So, you know, I can say that maybe overall, you know, it's a blend
Yeah.
of two
Right.
cultures. You
Right.
know? But there's also as well, I can't even say just two, because there's also influences that came from Europe
Right.
as well.
Right. I mean,
You
of
know.
course. I mean, if you
I'll be
just-
right with you, brother.
If you just think logically in terms of the history, I mean, obviously, once the Africans were brought here as slaves, there were tons of ongoing interactions between the Africans, the Europeans, and various native people. So, of course, you got to assume there were things mixing together. But that's the details, like you go into in there, like for instance, where certain foods or music or other things come from specifically.
Like gumbo. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that, unless you really study it or learn more than I know, you can't really assume.
Ooh. You want to say, Charlie B. Charlie B. I got something for you. Give me 1 second. I just have to give this to Congressman Charles Barron. Come right now. How you doing, brother? Good, good. I have a flyer for you. I was trying to get in contact with you. A good friend of mine who used to work in your office, Indigo, Washington. Yeah. I was trying to, but she said she didn't work there anymore. But she gave me a contact person. I sent him an email, but I guess he didn't get it. This was last year because we did the first annual Indigenous People of the Americas Day Parade on 6th Avenue. Last year. It's the very first annual parade of Indigenous people. So I wanted to invite you to this year's parade.
All right. This is October 14th.
October 14th. Yeah, we got different tribes here.
Thanks, man.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so if you can make it, that'd be great. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was Charles Barron, the politician. So, yeah, I was trying to get in contact with him last year for the annual. Give you a flyer too. You can come. You're invited to come out to the annual Indigenous Peoples. This is the annual Indigenous Peoples of the Americas Day Parade. This is the first annual parade. My godmother, she was the visionary of this parade. I'm one of the organizers.
Did you say first time? I mean, they haven't done it before?
It's never been done. And there was a parade before. She was the visionary for that as well, but it wasn't annual.
Right, I see. Yeah, because it sounded kind of familiar. But, did you say he's a congressman?
Yeah, Charles Barron.
Oh, right, yeah, I know the name.
Yeah.
What area is he for? I'll look it up. Certain part of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think Brooklyn.
I was trying to remember. It wouldn't be all of Brooklyn.
Right.
Anyway, come you know him much?
I see him at these events.
Yeah. I know his name.
But a friend of mine worked in his office.
Yeah. I know his name. I can't remember what I've heard about him. Have you heard good things about him?
Yeah. He has a good reputation with the community.
That's good.
Yeah.
And he's been
in office for a while.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. Well, wearing off in shorts, that's a good thing. Although there's plenty of politicians who would do that just as PR with zero security. So.
I don't know if I should put this out here, but his family is Native American.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know one of the chiefs, who's a friend of mine, is his cousin.
Cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll have more interest in someone without that heritage. Right?
Yeah, his people are Matinecock. The Matinecock are from Queens, like the Flushing area of Queens. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that.
Yeah, the Matinecock. That's what a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of tribes right here in New York that a lot of people don't even know about. There's reservations right here in New York. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know. I don't know how big an area, but I know that Lenape was
Lenape.
And then, of course, there's at least more than one reservation on Long Island.
There's a lot of them. You have the Housatonians in Long Island. You have the Shinnecox, and you have quite a few. This is so many I can't even keep up with all of them. You got the Pawtuckets. They're in Long Island. Let's see who else is in Long Island. There's so many of them. I can't even keep up with them. you know. And here in Brooklyn, you had the Canarsie Indians.
Right,
You know?
right. A lot of these names that we just are used to.
Right, you know, people say, "Oh, Canarsie, Brooklyn,"
Yeah.
not knowing that was a tribe, the Canarsie
But I
tribe.
mean, there's so many places like that. I'm thinking like, well, out in New Jersey, there are a lot of towns with native names like Pocahontas.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
Hoboken,
yeah.
yeah.
Not Hoboken, that's actually Dutch.
That's Dutch?
Hoboken. Yeah, I only know that because a friend of mine many years ago traveled to Europe and he said he was on a train in Holland and all of a sudden he sees a sign for Hoboken. He's like, Hoboken,
Oh.
New Jersey.
I'm glad you told me that because I was thinking that was it sounds indigenous,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But okay,
Yeah, Hoboken is Dutch,
It's Dutch,
but
okay.
Hoboken is definitely native. I mean, you can tell. I mean,
yeah.
that's not any kind of European word.
Yeah, yeah.
And what else in New Jersey? There's a lot of them. I can't remember offhand.
Right, exactly.
But throughout the whole country, but I think Massachusetts has a lot of towns. Well, Massachusetts has a native word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, tons of things that you don't even think about and you take for granted. You know, and it's crazy too. Because you know, not just crazy, but horrible. The history being so horrible, slaughter. You know, and yet the people, the Europeans, the English, who, you know, and then Americans after the American Revolution, who made this their country, they don't think anything of like, oh, we're going to name our town Hoboken, or we're going to name our state Massachusetts, and they don't think that, like, well, by the way, you're naming it for the people that you murdered, you know, it's like, but, you know, that's the kind of stuff they do, everything they can to sweep under the rug and want people to forget about.
Yeah, exactly. So good.
Yeah, I think, you know, well, it's good that, you know, there's things, it's not easy to improve the world, but doing this, just helping people to learn
It's
more.
all about information.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an information junkie anyway.
Well, clearly, I mean, you do a lot. No, I mean, aside from that I'm enjoying talking, I'm just learning a lot of interesting stuff. But, you know, I knew little bits and pieces, but, like, just reading the first few pages of that, like, really made me think. It's like, wow, it's like, you know, I mean, it's not surprising, like I said, I knew there were interactions between Native Americans and the African slaves here, but the detail that you go into of really bringing up, like, ways and things that we might have assumed were brought here with the Africans that maybe at least some of them were not, and they were things
Oh, that's what before that, I was talking about the European influence. Yeah,
Right.
a lot of people don't know that in quote unquote African American culture, there's a lot of European influence in that too. You know, like I was watching a documentary just recently, and it was talking about how, like, what they call Ebonics, like you know how a lot of African Americans talk, you know, and kind of like broken English.
What was that,
slang.
bro? A different version.
Yeah. That is not all due to an African influence. You had a lot of particularly in the South, where you had a lot of the poor whites
Right.
who had that same culture, and a lot of African Americans adopted that culture. It's a whole documentary
Right.
that talks about that.
That makes me think about how, I mean, you can probably find this throughout various parts of the Americas, but what came to my mind first was like the English-speaking Caribbean islands, because, you know, the way a lot of the black people speak English coming from there is very influenced by, you know, English and also Irish and I'm sure in the South too, you know, and it's really just a question of learning, because I'm no expert, but certainly someone who's, you know, a professional linguist and an expert on languages and knows about all these things, they could easily make connections between all these things, like, oh, you know, that thing that you might think of as an African American way of talking connects directly to Ireland or whatever.
Some food. Oh, this is my father, by the way.
How you doing? How's it?
Yeah.
Okay, my pleasure. My pleasure.
He was telling me that you were a friend of Jackie Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely. I met him when I was like, well, I called him on the phone from Florida as a little kid. I was about 12 years old. And the first time he didn't accept the collect call. But the next time, a couple of days later, I'm persistent. I called him and they said, it's that same kid, you know? And he said, really? And he took the call. And after that, man, we became fast friends, you know? I mean, he was just as fascinated with me as I was with him. Because imagine a little kid calling you from Florida, calling the Apollo Theater, you're back in the dressing room, and this kid is calling you. And I said, when are you coming to Jacksonville? He said, I can hear him now. What is our itinerary? Jacksonville. Yeah, I can hear him. And man, he thought that was the most darling thing, you know? And man, when we met face to face, eyeball to eyeball, I probably was about 14. And he was in his dressing room, and he didn't let anybody else in. I'm standing there about from here to here. He's in the mirror. Every now and then he'd look in the mirror and look at me. You know, and I'm like, I'm just standing there like that, you know. And all of a sudden, he was a drama, you know. This guy loved drama. And all of a sudden he swivel around in the chair. And then like that. I said, oh shit. And man, from then on, it was like this friendship, you know, a special kind of friendship, you know.
That's great.
Unbelievable.
That's a great story.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll never forget it. Yeah.
If you go online and you type in The Last Teardrop, you'll see like a trailer for the documentary that he's in.
Yeah.
I'm going to write down a few things. I should have been taking notes the whole time we're talking because you said so many interesting things.
Oh, wow.
But,
Yeah. It's amazing, man, you know. Amazing.
Hey, brother. How you doing? All right, Lafayette.
And what's your full name?
Blase, B-L-A-S-E. Michael.
Forgive my ignorance. No, that's a but your son told me that you were up there.
Yeah.
I get more knowledge when I try to interview. I apologize.
Yeah. I definitely,
If I go online, I can find your music.
yeah. Just go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Type my name in.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be stuff just popping up, you know. And then you go to Google. You can Google me.
Yeah.
And it's going to be stuff popping up, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you start singing? Were you already singing a lot before you met Jackie?
Well, as a kid, yeah, I was singing before I could talk. Just humming, you know. It was born in me, so it had to come out. So I used to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go the same way where we came.
Remember
the way?
Yeah. Okay. So everywhere my mom went in the house, I had a whole dress.
Like I still got water.
I didn't eat all of it. The rest of it
Whose phone is that?
Maybe
No,
find something very cold, like very cold.
Everywhere she went, I went. She had on the apron, held on to the apron, and birds organ, singing, humming to her. And she thought that was the sweetest thing, and she would tell everybody, you know, she called me her golden boy. And that's how close we were, you know. And so that was my beginning of singing. Most black soul singers, R&B, they start in the church.
Yeah.
I never sang in church. You know, the church was just your surroundings, your experiences. I sing from love, from anger, from frustration, from, you know, deep down in there, somewhere out in the wilderness or whatever I'm trying to channel. Right. So that's where my soul comes from.
Right.
You know, and people say, oh, Sam Cooke started in the church.
Right.
This one started in the church. Marvin Gaye in the church. I never sang in a church choir.
Right. Well, obviously, it's not required. It is very common, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not required.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting you mention it because I mean, I'm always listening to a lot of different music, but this happens that I go on Spotify a lot, just look
Okay.
up stuff, and
Yeah.
and just the past week or so, for some reason, I've been listening to almost like nonstop gospel, and I'm just hearing a lot of people I never knew about before.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I just type in gospel stuff, and
Right,
more
right.
comes, and a lot of great singers. I'm not even remembering all the names of.
Yeah.
And but I love all sorts of music, and
Yeah.
I mean, clearly there's a connection between a lot of gospel singing and a lot of other black music in this country.
Exactly.
But like you're saying, it's not a required connection. Not
Right,
not
right,
everyone
right.
who goes into R&B or whatever.
I mean,
starts
if
with a church.
that's where you started and that's where
Yeah.
you got your chops, fine.
Yeah.
But apparently I didn't need that.
Yeah.
Because the church was in my house.
Uh-huh.
But in fact, I didn't never like to go to church. And they asked me one time, would you like to join the choir? I said, heck no. Yeah, I didn't want to join the choir.
Hey, it's not for everyone.
I don't like. I'm a solo man. I fly solo with
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
So I'm not a regimented
Right.
type of guy. Okay, we're meeting 4 times a week for rehearsal.
Right.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The hell with that.
Right.
I like to do things my way
Right.
when I want to do it. That's why I never liked groups.
Right.
I mean, I fronted for a couple of groups out there, out front.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff, stepping and that's not me. Because if I'm late, I'm late.
Yeah.
But if you got 5 group members
Yeah.
and everybody else is there, then you say, "Where's Tommy?" And hold up the show.
Yeah.
So when I hit this stage, I'm gonna hit it by myself.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for it. Anything that goes wrong or what goes right.
Right.
And that's how I've always been,
Yeah. Well,
I'm that way in life, period.
yeah. I'm
About
kind
most
of
everything.
that way too in a lot of ways. But actually, it's funny because I was thinking when you were saying that aside from the difference between being a group person or
Just to let y'all know, I'm live on my YouTube. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. So,
You were saying. No, I just wanted to inform you
No,
of that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wait until.
yeah, I'm just going to hit this bag and then one turn. Give me 1 minute. Okay, go ahead.
I was just thinking when you're talking about on the one hand is whether a person is more of a group person or a solo person,
Mm-hmm.
but also I was thinking when you mentioned that you never sang in a church choir,
Right.
that I'm not that into religion in general.
Yeah.
But the one exception when I've a few times in my life have felt enthusiastic to go into church is when it's a black church with amazing gospel music. And
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
And I'm there most of the music, but it's great.
Right, right. I
But
hear
that's,
you.
but that's a whole different
Got some amazing singers that started in the church.
Aretha
And-
Franklin,
Yeah, I mean,
so many.
You can
Sam,
learn a lot
Sam
in the
Cooke.
church. You can learn harmony. You can learn cooperating with others.
Right.
But I don't like cooperating with others. I just don't. I'm like I got my own mind. I don't like nobody telling me what to do, how to do it, or anything. You leaving?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. So
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like being with people,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely very, in some ways, individualistic.
Yeah. I like to come when I want to come, go when I want to go. Don't tell me come to rehearsal that we got to be there at 7 every night. No, I'm not gonna do it. I might come at 8. I might not come at all. I might come at 6. But don't tell me some kind of regimented thing. I'm a free bird. That's what I like, being free. To do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. That's just how I am. Very stubborn. Yeah. And it worked. If I make a mistake, nobody see a mistake that I made. Not because I'm going to try to do it your way.
Right.
You know, if I try to do it your way and it's the wrong thing, then I only got me to blame.
Right.
But if I do it and I make a mistake and say, okay, lesson learned, let me try that again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Simple as that.
Well, you know, I think groups can have, whether musical groups or a lot of different kinds of groups, can have a lot of positive things. But I think one thing that I think the world, the human world might be better off if there were more people who like thinking and acting as an individual.
Yeah.
Because that's always been really important to me.
Right.
And so often you see people who are acting like, you know, they call it like acting like Sikhs.
Yeah.
And it's often leads to very bad things.
Right. I'm not monolithic. See, I don't want to, if everybody's wearing purple, then I want to wear white. See, I don't want to be in a group where everybody's got on the same uniform. I want to just be myself. Separate, not each, you know. I want to dress.
Well, if you don't like wearing the same shoes, I mean, you definitely wouldn't fit into some of the early R&B groups that they
Exactly. Yeah, see, that's not me. Now, y'all can
Oh, Aaron. What's up, bro?
how's it going?
I ain't sell anything.
How long you been here?
Been here since 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah.
You got more than we get more.
Got a lot of people who came to the table, but you know nobody bought anything.
Over there, right? 'Cause he had more traffic.
Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes, you know. Yeah.
You can't, you know, complain, but it's like they ain't taking no spot.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
It ain't over yet anyway. You know?
Right.
A lot of people come out and look around and see what they want and come back in and make it on.
Yeah. So what we gotta do next year, we gotta come here first day, you know, and establish, you know, our turf. You know, 'cause if you don't do that, then you know.
Well, homeboy that was over there with us, the brother right here, the red. Yeah, he said he came by somebody's spot today.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, the early
Sit
bird.
down and watch you and stuff and say, damn, I'm getting over there.
Right.
You know, and then they live out here.
Yeah.
They live right here.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing when they come out over here, walk down 3 blocks.
That's how it is. The early bird catches the
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Yep.
How's going to teaching stuff, man? So you still doing that stuff?
Yeah. Still.
That's good.
Yep.
That's a chance, man. They got a small window of opportunity left.
Yeah. You just getting out here?
Man, I came out here, say about 2-3 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I was running for the train, and I don't know how to push my leg. You gonna be the
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, you need to.
No, that's why I'm glad I bought the chair.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like, you know, it's like I feel it. I don't know what the hell I did, but you know, these are new shoes. So maybe it's because they wouldn't have broken or something like that. But I wouldn't step on it like that, like, you know, wouldn't take a step.
Yeah.
Like, went this way. I said, yeah.
Wow.
It'll be all right. It's just like, you know, you gotta go get a deal rock.
Yeah. I know one thing, you don't want to stand on it for too long.
Well, it's not, believe it or not, it's not hurting when I stand. When I try to walk upstairs or something.
Okay.
You know, even walking on it, everything is fine.
Yeah.
I guess when I try to, like, go up the subway stairs, and I don't know, but I just stepped the wrong way. These new shoes, it's like they got, you know, new arches, so it's like, you know, you gotta break the shoes in. You know, shoes broke my leg. It'll be all right, man.
Yeah.
This is my only problem I ain't got done.
Wow. Hey. Yeah. How's it go? Oh yeah. I keep thinking you were set up. I keep thinking you were set up today. I'm so used to you being set up. Yeah. Okay. Nah, I won't be out here tomorrow. Yeah. Because I got to go to work the following day. I want to, you know, be able to take it a little bit easy before I go back. all these days I've been here, get a couple hours of sleep and then, get back up and come out here.
Rest is very important.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta get some rest.
I was going so hard, and I went to the park to sit down, right? And I'm sitting in the park, got something to eat. Now, start eating and stuff, and I start doing like this, right? And people walk by and say, look at the damn junkies start taking over the park.
Damn. Wow.
Just because I was doing like this, like I was doing like this. Because I was so tired. Because what's happening, they in my building, right? I don't know if you heard when you called me before, but they're fixing the outside of the building, and they're drilling, right? When they start that drilling stuff, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So that extra hour you need to really get yourself, how you rested, and you really just get that little extra bit of rest to make everything, come together.
Yeah.
Man, they took that hour away from me, man. It's like, because you can't even sleep, man. When they start that drilling, it's like, and the vibrations go all through the whole building.
Wow.
So it's like it's been that way for about a month. And they're gonna be there for another month doing that. So it's like I had to get out of the place and go somewhere and just try to sit down and relax for a minute.
I'm about to go over here and do it. Scott wanted me to do an interview with him right quick. I'll be back. Hey, brother. Yep.
This one.
But first, tell the people who you are.
Okay. My name is Hubert Leons, a designer from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
At the moment, this is my brand, HB.
HB.
Right, US Designs. I've been in New York for over 23 years.
Okay.
It's having the privilege of doing the Afrocentric style.
Nice.
It's made with 100% cotton.
100% cotton, really?
100% cotton.
Oh.
And it's from India.
So I need to talk to you then because my wife just, she can only wear 100% cotton.
100%
So.
cotton.
Okay.
These are from Ghana. These are from Ghana.
Wow.
And I'm going to show you that as fashion changes, I'm trying to also capture the young and the young at heart. This is the young and the young at heart. Daisies are in. Again, 100% cotton.
100% cotton.
And
Wow.
it was customized. This is a t-shirt that was customized and turned into what I think it should be as a crop top for the summer. So I wish that it could be seen and people can know that there are true designers that other people learn from. We live in a world of competition, and it's always good to learn from somebody, and it's always good for somebody to learn from you.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm in New York. My website is www.huworthsdesign.
How you spell that?
HUWORTHS.com. And on my Instagram is Huworths Design. Huworths Design on Huworth_design.
Okay. You want to spell that out for them again? The
HUWORTHS_design. DESIGNS.
Okay.
I appreciate the fact that we have our people trying to promote us and take us to the right direction. I met this brother and he is a very concerned citizen, a very concerned black man to see us through. And I do appreciate you.
Likewise. And so all of these wares are yours?
This is Ethiopia.
Okay.
These are Ethiopian that we chose. We all Israelites in Ethiopia. So I will turn you over to the person who is in control of these designs.
Okay. Great. How you doing? Greetings. Yeah. So you want to talk about what you have for? Oh, okay. Oh, you're in a transaction. Sorry. Yeah, she's doing a transaction. Yeah. Yeah. But oh, sorry. Yeah, but thank you for the interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, brother.
My brother.
Likewise.
One love.
One love.
He bought it, you know. And so, you know, we
You know, some more of this.
you know, he
It's
came
so interesting.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Oh, I just noticed. I noticed 2 bikes before. I was curious what. So.
Oh yeah. There's a Mayan glyph. With
wearing a bandana.
the Mayan was sitting down wearing a bandana, and when you look at the face, it looked very similar to Tupac Shakur. I said, wow. It's amazing. I said, man, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like certain things. When you look at the whole mural, you know, you can just look at the mannerisms of the people, and it's like, you know, certain things is just like in your DNA, you know, just like how, for instance, like my father was talking about Bobby Wilson was Jackie Wilson's son. He never met his father,
Right.
but when my father comes around Bobby, he sees a lot of mannerisms that Jackie Wilson had, and he said, "Wow." He would tell Bobby, he say, "You know, just like how you did that move right there and that expression." He said, "Your father used to do the same thing," and he never even met his father.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, that gets into that whole subject they call nature versus nurture. You know.
Right, nature versus nurture. Yeah.
And of course, I mean, in a case like that, since he never met his father, unless he picked anything up in some other way, it's probably all inherited, you know, genetically.
Yeah.
But I mean, often it's a kind of mixture, and it's not that easy to figure out which is which. You know, something because of that's so interesting to wonder about. One thing I've been curious about, you know, they've done a lot of studies on twins that were adopted by different families.
Okay.
And then sometimes they end up meeting like 30, 40, 50 years later, and you know, it's amazing all the things they have in common, like things that they both like and habits they both have, and you know, so that's like, they can give you a lot of clues to how much they've inherited regardless of your
upbringing, your nurture. Yeah.
And actually, I was watching a movie, I don't remember the name, but I saw it on, I can't remember if it was Netflix or one of the other channels, and it was actually the story of these 3 triplets. They were born triplets, and they all 3 got adopted by different families, all in the New York area, like there was one Long Island, I don't know, all around here. And they ended up meeting when they were around 20 years old. It was a crazy story, and there was actually a lot of corruption and kind of evil done by the adoption agency, but that's a whole different part. But just aside from that, just the fact, all the things they had in common, and you know, even though they weren't brothers who grew up together, but they meet at 20, so it's like very quickly they became like brothers.
Wow.
You know, so very
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, life is funny, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big mystery,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, big mystery. You know, so many you know, dynamics to life, you know. Yeah. Right. We're here trying to figure it all out. Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of it can't be figured out. It's just so mysterious.
That's
so
true.
We may never understand.
We may never understand. That's right. That's
Or
right.
if we do understand it, it's not because we figured it out. It's because somehow just wisdom appeared.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. You may download it, you know, from the Akashic records, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. So how are you enjoying the festivities today?
Today I didn't do very much yet. I bought a belt from here. She's gone. Is there a woman? The woman who was selling the big hats? Oh, maybe.
Oh.
I can't can't remember. Anyways,
And there was a lady who was here yesterday selling big hats.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
either she was here and left or they
have that
I
same
can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I bought a belt from her today. And then I saw you and talked to you, and that's about all today.
Wow.
Yesterday I was over there. You're drumming. I was
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I haven't really walked around
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
Have you wandered around a little?
Yeah, I wandered around a little bit. Yeah. Got some footage of different vendors and things that they have, you know. Yeah. A lot of nice arts and crafts and things out here, you know.
Do you live in Brooklyn? Or?
No, I'm in the Bronx.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that where you grew up in the Bronx?
No, I grew up in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Grew up in Brooklyn and Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What part of Brooklyn did you grow up in?
Originally, not too far from here, over by Clinton, right up here, Clinton, yeah, and also Flatbush, yeah, and I was also raised in Florida as well,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in Manhattan, but I'm living in Flatbush now. I'm over
Okay.
temporarily. I'm living in a friend's house in an apartment in Ocean Avenue near Church.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's my old neighborhood. Yeah, I used to live over there. Yeah, yeah. I know that area very well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good, man. You know, it's good to get out, mingle,
Yeah.
talk with people. You know, I love it. You know, even though I'm out here, you know, vending, but you know, it's good to just have that exchange of energy.
Yeah.
You know, talking with people.
Well, it's great that you're sharing all this information because, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people who are interested to know more about it.
Yeah, yeah, you know. I don't have a big supply this year because I didn't have time to re-up, you know, because I work a crazy schedule. So, you know, I'm not really prepared. You know, the table is, there's not a whole lot, you know, that I usually have when I come out to vend.
Well,
You know, I
yeah.
usually have a lot of stuff.
Well, you've got all the knowledge, information you're sharing, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's on the table. You know.
Right, exactly, exactly.
What
Yeah.
what kind of work are you doing now?
Right now, I work. I work in the school with the school system.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so even though you don't have your old job,
Yeah, it's linked up to DOE, but it's hard to explain. It's not DOE at the same time as the school buses. It's connected. You know, when you apply for the job, it's DOE, but it's not that. I don't even understand it. But I know that when I applied for the job, it was DOE.
right?
But they're not. I don't know how that
Charter
works.
school or something?
No, it's New
This is the whole complex structure of how they do things.
Yeah, you know. But you know, this is a crazy work schedule. My day starts at 3 a.m.
And you drive a bus?
I'm the monitor.
You what?
The monitor. Work, you know, you work with the driver.
Oh, yeah.
You know, helping them with the students. You know, taking them into the school.
I'm going to come around and I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, you take
Right. 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 Well, I'm sure. Right. I'm sure it's good for the bus driver to have someone else working with him.
Right.
You got like 30 or however many kids. It's pretty crazy.
Yes. And not all of them. Oh, you got a business card. Oh, thank you.
You have a contact
You did the right thing.
The flyers got all the information. I got to get some more business cards made up. Oh, this is my last one. No, I got it.
You know what the hardest thing? You have a website, that's an email?
Yeah, I got it.
You have a website?
Everything's on. Yeah, everything is on there.
Look at the website now.
Oh, the website. The website's not on there, but I didn't get a chance to put it. But everything else is there. If you hit me on my email, I'll put the link to the website on there. Yeah.
How much fun is in this?
Oh, okay. Well, this is a braid from the northeast. So this would be your people in the New England area, like the Mohawks, those various tribes. And then this type of look is characteristic of those people in the northeast. Yeah.
So we talk more serious.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So Miguel, what, you want something to eat?
Yeah, I guess so.
What you want?
I guess the same thing she had, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You can share something if you want.
Maybe I'll see if they got fish with something.
Sure. That'll work.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you find is good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Where the Blackfoot come from?
They're up in Canada. They got the Blackfoot, and then you have the feet. You got the black feet in Canada. Then you have the Blackfoot, who are like the Saponis.
Yeah.
And they were also a branch of the quote unquote Sioux. They had a branch of what they call the Blackfoot. So it's different from the ones up in Canada.
Which one's the one that beat down Custer?
Lakota.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He spent some time among the Lakotas.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna go and get a cake from the people who were here, the Gullah.
Oh, okay.
We'll get a cake. You want a cake?
No.
Cake?
Good.
Okay, because I promised her I was gonna come and get one.
Okay.
What kind of cake you got?
Pound cake.
A pound cake.
She makes it. Yeah, you want one?
I have enough of that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and get that.
Okay.
But these is bringing me some apple juice and water.
Apple juice and water. Okay.
Just let her know I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get her some pictures.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
I'll be back. My man.
Yeah.
Good conversation, man.
Yeah.
Good meeting you again.
John.
All right. I'm glad to get that. Be back.
And that was my great grandfather's name was John. Yeah, John Wiseman.
There's a lot of us in the world, John.
Yeah.
Did he say Gullah? Is he referring to?
Yeah.
There's some Gullah people here?
Yeah, there's a vendor right around in this area over here that's Gullah. Yeah.
I'm curious about them because I know they live down in North Carolina, that area.
That's in the south. Yeah.
Island.
Yeah, right off of South Carolina.
And,
yeah. But they also they also part of the mainland as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just know that the little bit I've heard about them has sounded really interesting. And I know there's some who are still maintaining a lot of very traditional.
Maintain a lot of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited?
I never have. It's on my list
Yeah.
of things to do.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah. I want to get an interview, with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I do. I go around and I do interviews. I go on the reservations. I'm on the reservations all the time. I interview people.
Where are you going to reservations? What area?
I go to the ones here in New York, Shinnecock, Houston, pretty much most of the ones here in the tri-state area.
Right. Have you gone to any other parts of the country?
Not yet. That's on my list
Yeah.
of things to do. I want to go to the Gathering. Are you familiar with the Gathering of Nations?
Sounds familiar.
That's in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest powwow in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they have that every year? Or?
Every year, during the springtime, around Easter time. Yeah.
When I was in South Dakota, I went to a few powwows, and then also later, I spent some time, not that long, but over a few years, I lived briefly for a few different times in New Mexico and Colorado. So I spent Arizona. So I spent some time in that area, and I mean, I really love the desert. It's so beautiful there, but also I got to visit some of the reservations. In fact, I ended up a woman I met who became a girlfriend. She was volunteering with this organization that was connected to some of the tribes in New Mexico, some of the Pueblos and the little villages. So we ended up visiting a lot of the pueblos in New Mexico in the fall, they were all having the harvest festivals.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because just to visit, but also some of them were in some really beautiful locations and very different. You know, the nature out there, the landscape is so amazing, and there's a lot of variety. So like I don't know, it's been a long time, but I remember like we went to one pueblo, I was like, wow, it's so amazing and beautiful here. We went to another one, and it was like, wow, it's so amazing and beautiful here in a totally different way. And also, I mean, I don't know the details, but I had the feeling that at least in some of these pueblos, the people were doing pretty well, like in terms of their life and, you know, not being super poor. Because I know like some of the reservations, like definitely in the Sioux reservation,